Hey guys, I'm your silver hair fox. I'm trying to move my content to YouTubing because I've been seeing that trend and I like it and I want to be a part of it. So this is my first YouTube as far as bringing content. So I don't have fancy backgrounds, to cover up what's going on back here. This is all in the raw. Um, if this goes the way I hope it does, then I'll invest in background to make stuff look more intellectual. But right now, what you see is what you get. Okay, so I wanted to move to YouTube, and I got into videos on the telephone in the first place because this is the reason why I got into videos, Facebook and Instagram, is because I don't have grandchildren yet. And I wanted to leave a footprint of myself in action for my grandkids because, you know, none of us know how long we'll be here. None of us know what's due for us the next second, let alone the next day. And I said, well, I'm not a grandkid. I'm not a grandmom yet. And all the pictures of my ancestors, you know what they was working with back then. They're all still pictures. And you look at them and say, oh, he looked like Uncle P. Oh, she looked just like Mama. All this, but how did those people act? We know how Uncle P act. We know how Mama act. But how did those people act? How did other family members acted? How did their voice sound? Who my voice sound like? And I started thinking along those lines when I got involved with doing these videos in the very first place. When my daughter started having babies, if I'm here until I'm 100, that would be great. I'll still show them the videos of Mima when she was younger. Those are my only intentions of doing videos. So, fast forward, now we're on the information highway. The information highway of what Facebook bring us, what Instagram bring us, what TikTok is bringing us. And right now it's this big thing about TikTok. 2025, starting 24, 23, I don't know. It's been on and off. So I have, um, um, I'm trying to understand why there's so much going into trying to ban TikTok. And so I finally am putting some pieces of the puzzle together, and that's what my content will be about today. So this is my second attempt to upload this to YouTube. I don't have the microphone, external microphone. So the first attempt I made was directly on my computer, and it just picked up no volume. It sounded like I'm whispering through the whole thing. So this is my second attempt, and I hope there's not a lot of delay, but I got my other video playing in the background because I want to make sure I hit those same points. Um, Please like my video. If you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. Don't troll me though. Um, and subscribe. So, with that being said, on my YouTube station, my YouTube channel, I get these terminologies right. I already have a YouTube page. So I'm going to shout out on Facebook that I have a new YouTube. So they can go to YouTube and give me a like or whatever. Let me start out by saying that I am bipolar, and that has been a big mental health, platform for me on Instagram. So I said that because I already forgot what I was fixing to talk about, and that's a real thing, with people. They just put me in the category of being bipolar. They said I was bipolar 1. Then they said I was bipolar 2. I said, well, that sounds like a bipolar 3. Now they got a category for bipolar 3 because, we have swing moods, But I think that 99% of the people on the planet can be put into a bipolar category. So we're not using bipolar as an excuse anymore. We're becoming more and more mentally aware of just the way people needs are. And some people fit into a more special need category than what would be categorized as normal. And that has to be respected. But these people are kind of like autistic, and their special needs do not make them, the old terminology we used to use was retarded. That do not make them stupid. They got special needs that you just haven't tapped in to yet. But we all have days where we don't feel like being messed with and want our things a certain way. So you're gonna put that into a category and call it bipolar? So be it. I don't care. That doesn't even matter anymore. There's a lot of great awareness in 2025 than from back in 1958. And I can tell you that I am proud to be here to see the first black president. I'm proud to be here to see all of these more and more information on black history come out. Movies like Hidden Figure, that movie about the maids, tell more and more, about our story. I'm so glad to be here to get this information because until the cell phone came into production and then video cams started being added and people started going viral and viral, they really kept us people blocked in and kept away from a lot of news information. They really controlled how we got our information. They really controlled how we think. They really kept, it was so easy for them to isolate us. And so now with this big thing going on regarding TikTok is that we're finding out stuff from all over the world. And yes, some of the stuff is bad, but a whole lot of it is good. And they don't want us to know these things so that we can be better people and be a better country, So let me not get way ahead of myself. Let me set the camera. Let's see, if I start some content today, then I won't have no content tomorrow. And I got to stay content based. So, it's already been like 10 minutes and I haven't told you what the content is. I told you I'm bipolar. I follow Runaway Slave. I follow people whose names I should have wrote down for this content, but I didn't. But y'all stream YouTube and follow different people and see how the content come across. And these people are very interesting to me. And I was like, I feel like I can do it too. That's the kind of person I am. So we're going to do this, scramble up, information all over the place and all, because I represent a great population of people who are like this. I could talk about 10 different things and just keep forgetting what I was talking about. And, I'm no longer going to feel bad about being made like this, because this is the way God made me. And I know that there are others out there, whether, you on your own or whether you got a little medication to help you out. But the most important thing is to have people around you who love you and just say, honey, that's just the way she is. Or just say, Silver, you never answered the first question. So like I said, my Instagram content is about mental awareness. And I know it's a real thing. I know I'm doing a good thing. Okay. So I want to kind of like let the first video I tried to do, well, it was a success, but the sound just wasn't good. So I want that to be my guide, because I know we're going to talk about sleeping pods at the airport. What? This is another subject. Okay, yeah, it is another subject. Sleeping pods at the airport. That's linked to my TikTok information and what I'm understanding about TikTok. And what they don't want us to know here in America, as an individual, about sleeping pods in the airports. So that's supposed to be the main subject. Let me see what I get from this. After my hellos. All right. Hey, it kept freezing. That knows this technology like me, I would be totally lost. This video would not be happening right now because yeah, all this is set up with the help of with the help of my daughter. Because my generation didn't come up on technology. We came into technology. And people's brains are wired differently. And some people can catch up and relate, cross-relate, parallel relate, and they can get it. And some people can't. And I have to tell you right now, my hat is off to Love on Skates, because she helped me with all my technical stuff, down to setting up my email. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Okay. I'm like everything from A to Z. What the last time I did a YouTube, I was exercising. My daughter was helping me with that. Okay, so I do have you. So once I shout this page out and you get to Silver Hair Fox exercise, because the last download I did was a couple of years ago when I was exercising at home, in my living room, in my bedroom. And I got, quite a few likes, And so me is, in the silver hair community, I want to inspire other silver hairs to stand up in the community, because these children, it's our responsibility to come together some kind of way and be an example to these children of showing respect, teaching them respect, and to respect your elders, just we see how they're just into the phones. It looks dangerous to just walking down the street with your head in your phone and you're not even looking up. You paying no mind. Okay, I'm getting off subject. I want to get back to My daughter, okay, so when you go to my Silver Hair Fox um, on YouTube, there's a few reels of me exercising in my bedroom. And I got a lot of likes on that. And I was very excited about it, because I want to, this is the time for us to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves the best way that we possibly can, because there's no going back. We're only going forward. We're already dealing with arthritis and gaining weight, and just a lot of us just don't want to be content with that. We want to feel like to keep exercising, but if you're not influenced, then it's easy to just, so that's just a wrap. This is just the way it's going to be. But everybody getting older don't feel that way. And so I have older influencers, older than me. They're in their 70s already, and they're in great shape. I follow those people because I feel like if they can do it, then I can do it too. That's the type of person I am. And a lot of you are self-motivated, and that's great. Hats off and a standing ovation to you. But a lot of people need encouragement, And so some of the, exercise, some of the reels of me exercising. I still exercise, but at another location, because you do get tired of doing the same thing all the time. So you need to move it around, change it around a little bit, shake up some new muscle memory and all that. I'm trying to figure out how I can video the new workout routines I'm doing and load them up, on YouTube for future, content. Let me see what else I said. I changed gears, stopped uploading to YouTube. I really couldn't use this video because it was freezing. The information highway. And my daughter was like, "I told you to do it on your phone the first time." I didn't know that's what she was. The camera on my phone. I didn't know that's what she was talking about. Like being a part of that. In addition to that, what I love about this live streaming and all this kind of stuff is that I don't have grandchildren yet. And, you ever see old pictures of your grandparents and your great-grandparents? Okay, so this is my second recording. Did I already say this? That my, what springboarded me into getting familiar and comfortable with the videos before I made a Facebook page, before I made an Instagram page, is, watching my daughter streaming, and she was telling me this stuff was coming from all over the world, from different places, but the content was being controlled. We didn't know the content was being controlled the way it was until, TikToks, started. And with all the information they was releasing, that's when I became aware, of how big this thing really is. So I said, you know what, this would be a great opportunity for me to make some live footage to show my grandchildren whenever they come, because I don't have grandkids yet. And I got still pictures of me, Ma, and Pawpaw. I got still pictures of Big Daddy and Ma. I got still pictures of Auntie, and all that kind of stuff. But, it's just a still shot. And I said, oh, I know. If I live to be 100, I want my grandkids to see how I just moved when I was younger. This is how I was when I lived to be 100. This is how I was when I was 60 and I thought I was tired then. Oh, child, I'm real tired now. I don't live to be 100, but this is how Mama was, and they can watch my videos, my exercise videos, the stuff I put on Facebook. That was my sole purpose of getting familiar, and creating pages, on Facebook and Instagram, and stuff, is to make a digital photo album, you know. So now my grandkids can look at my stuff and they can hear the sound of my voice. It's like, oh, child, you talk just like Mama. Your voice is just like, you look just like. And so I think that, along the way, I'm going to gather some pictures of when I was a kid, and put those up, in the video, in high school, my high school picture, just different stuff like that, added to the video to show the aging process. When you're young, I used to skate. I went through a bodybuilding phase one time when I was doing competitions in workout bodybuilding competitions. And a lot of my aches and pains may be from the fact that I wasn't trained right. I wasn't trained right. But it's too late for that because this back is hurting now. The damage is done now. So, but you know what? I ain't the only one, because when I go to the doctor for my, them silicone injections, I ain't the only one. We all came up in the age where we had flat Converse tennis shoes, and we did everything. It wasn't no ergonomic correct shoes and sports equipment and all that kind of stuff for us, or else we were too poor to know about it. Family reunion, somebody pass a picture down. Okay, I'll let this go forward a little bit. Papa look like, and it's just that still picture, and you get nothing else. But your imagination, you can't imagine. It's just a still picture. I kind of like. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with the video. Once I started playing this video, it reminded me of a lot of stuff, points that I wanted to make sure that I hit, because this will be the one that's uploaded. Where's that towel? This will be the one that's uploaded, I mean, you got to start somewhere, and it'll just never be perfect. If you wait on perfection, you'll never get started, you'll never get nothing done, you never, So this is it. We dropping it right now. So my recent awareness after following Runaway Slave, who has a real nice page. Y'all should go check him out. And this other guy, Zeus the God or something, but they talk about a lot of black history and a different black history other than the same old junk they show us every year on television about Martin Luther King. There's other blacks, there's other stuff happening, there's other stories that need to be told. And so, I love it. I love their content. Now, I may not be doing content like them, but I'm suggesting to you that if you don't follow them, then you should give them a look-see, because we are tired of Black History Month. How can we still now be in 2025, Black History Month, we pull out all the books from the back of the library, dust them off, and go through all these books and tell of all the things the blacks added to building this country. And when February was over, we fold them books back up, send them back to the back of the library, and get the other books back out. How can we still be doing that in 2025? Isn't it time to rewrite the books and tell the true story? I mean, it's like being hypnotized. Oh, it's Black History Month. It's time to learn about the black people. Oh, this person did this. Okay, Black History Month over. Take the posters down. Okay, bring out the other books. Okay, now back to And I blame Hollywood a great deal. I blame local television stations a great deal for controlling that narrative. That very little information is getting through still on what we as a black people contributed, to the building of this country. And so, there's a thing that I'll be talking more about. I might, it's like I'm not trying to be an influencer. I just like the trend of YouTubing, and I just had something to say. This may be the only video I upload on this. There's no direction planned right now, but it I just kind of like the way it speaks out truly for how people like me are. You think out what you're thinking inside your head. You say outside, it's like, oh, how about blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, what I need to do as an individual is start journaling more. And my daughter has been getting on me for years about journaling my ideas. And I just got a journal recently to start journaling my ideas. And that helps a lot with my bipolar mental awareness. And it made her mad because, she's like, finally, I've been telling you for years to get a journal. But, it didn't make sense to me. But now it does. So now I got a journal. Let me hit on this TikTok thing before I go out and end this video. The shirt I'm wearing now shows that I went to Dubai by way of Abu Dhabi in 2017. And in 2017, I also went to England, okay? So I've been across the water twice on a 16-hour flight. Now, when we got to the airport, I found out something that blew my mind. These airports in the UK and in Dubai have sleeping pods in their airport. So I don't know if I'm the last one to know this or if y'all already know it. But if you ever been bumped from a flight or had a flight delayed at Hartsfield Airport and have to sit up in them plastic seats and it ain't nowhere to... you try to lay on the floor, but it's cold on the floor. And they just, they don't have, any hotel, you got to call a cab, leave the airport to stay in a hotel. I decided to stay at the airport and ride it out. It was the roughest. It was a rough time. It was a very rough time to ride that out like that. In the United States, flights in the United States, delay for weather, delay, bumped off a flight or whatever. We got overseas and in Japan, I found out from TikTok, they do this in Japan and overseas where I have been and seen it for myself. They have sleeping pods, and they have them designed in a clean way, sanitary way. COVID didn't make them shut it all down. COVID made them make better designs. And if your flight delayed or you bumped or anything, you can go to the rest area. You don't have to sit on the floor. You don't have to sit up in them Barbie doll chairs that is not made for a human being to have to sit in for 28 hours. You know what I'm saying? You could be a flight, you could be at an airport for 2 days, depending on certain conditions, and there is nowhere for you to lay down. And so I related that to TikTok because on the TikTok, I saw them that they have this in Japan, but in real life, I found out they had this in Dubai and in Europe. So I put the question out there for Big Brother who's watching and anybody else. Why aren't there sleeping pods in the airports in the United States? And it is just sickening to build Hartsfield Airport, the biggest airport in the United States. And how they advertise it? Don't have one resting area with sleeping pods in it. See, this is how you regulate people. It's not safe to have sleeping pods. Oh, now COVID done come through. We told you it wasn't safe. Bull. And once we start getting this information from where other countries doing good things, then we'll start asking our government officials for more better stuff. And that's what they don't want you to do. That's what they don't want us to do. And I think that's their biggest problem with the TikTok stuff, that they, how they can regulate it. Because it takes away their freedom to control our will. And there's a lot to think about right there, So the next time I come in, I'll try to come in a little bit more professional. I'll try to be, a little more focused, and I don't want to be boring though, Okay, this is Silver Hair Fox, and today our subject will be, I don't want to be bored because all I got is me to entertain you. And I think that I am a very entertaining person. I see there's a young lady on TikTok that does skits, they're very comical, I think that's great. She knows how to work that green screen like that, where she play 2 or 3, But if it's a video like this, and I could have maybe a guest, to do a subject maybe, but you can bet 99.99999 infinity% of the time it's just going to be me. So I think that I am an entertaining person. So it's just going to be me to entertain you with the subjects I'm trying to bring. You're just going to have to learn how to be patient with people like me. See, you thought your sister Dolores was the only one that acted like this. Lord, look at this woman right here. She act just like Auntie. I swear to God. Yes, I know I have nerve of steel. I'm like Superwoman. Okay? I have nerves of steel. Look. Up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Silver Hair Fox, and she's coming. Well, all her bipolarism. But she's got a message. But you just got to hear her through. It's going to be something like that. If you're going to follow me and, give me likes and stuff, and I hope you do follow me and give me likes, because somewhere in there I got some good stuff to say. Thank you.